Can it handle the skinny? Time, but some good balance there.
This is the Circooter Mate. It is a rear-wheel drive, full suspension electric scooter. It is foldable and features mechanical disc brakes, a thumb throttle, air-filled tires, lights, a big deck, and a front bag. In this video, it is going to get tested on and off the road.
Okay, let's see how fast this thing goes. I am wide open on the throttle, and I'm just gonna hold it there until it just beeped, which means cruise control is on. I should be able to let off the throttle and still be wide open, but just to be sure, I'm going to hold it wide open, and I'm up to 25 now, 26, 27. So I think it should top out right around there. It doesn't feel like I'm going 27. Now I just want to compare what the speed on the scooter says with what the GPS says on my phone, and as I kind of expected, it's reading pretty low, about 5 miles an hour or so. I didn't think it felt like I was going 27. I am hitting 28 now going this direction, but the scooter reads higher than my phone GPS does, that is for sure. At speed, it feels somewhat stable, but there is a bit of a sway if you don't hold it pretty steady, so it's just something to get used to probably. Tires and the geometry just makes it ride a certain way, so until your body is comfortable with it, it might feel a little bit strange, but it doesn't feel like I'm going to crash or anything. Now let's see how well the brakes work for this stop sign. Full brakes, little skid on the rear, but it does the trick from 20 something to stopped. Now it's time to take it into the woods. The dirt is a little soft, but should get around all right. We will find out. First things first, a very important test. Can it handle the skinny? Or should I say, can I handle the skinny? And the answer is yes. Now I'm going to ride some mountain bike trails, and I am on turbo mode, but the cruise control already kicked on, which might be a little tricky in these tight woods. Now it gets extra tight after the log anyway. Pretty tricky getting over that. Now we'll see how that throttle control feels. It is a thumb throttle, which is not my favorite, but it's pretty controllable. Power's pretty mellow in here, so not getting going too fast. Hopefully I can get a little bit of speed going. I am wide open. I thought I could jump this, but just not getting too much speed out of it in this short amount of time. And the softer ground will slow it down more than on the street, but we're getting around, just not the quickest. I did expect a little more out of turbo mode. Hopefully I can get over this log. Barely. Going right into some rocks. Test that suspension out, which does feel really stiff, and that was really slow, but I made it through. Hopefully this downhill will give me enough speed to get some air. Oh yeah, big jump there. I don't know about this hill though. I don't think I'm going to make it without some pushing, but I guess it's a scooter, right? So sometimes you gotta give it a little kick. Okay, I just want to try a quick fakie, so I'm gonna get pretty close to the top of the hill, little nose wheelie, and roll on back down. See that style? Well, that was almost cool, so I'll try it again. Hopefully get the roll out this time. Come on, let's go. Get moving here. There we go. Nailed it. I did make one slight change to the brakes, and it definitely helped. I slid them in on the handlebars to get more leverage, and that made them stronger. I do really like that they come with the front brake on the right, because that is what I'm used to. Now, before I give Hannah a try at this, I'm going to show you how to fold it up. This one, you can fold the handlebars as well as the stem to get it a little extra compact, I would say. And it seems pretty quick and easy to do. I actually haven't done this part yet, so I'm still learning, I guess, but that's how that works. And there's a lever, and it's folded up and ready to carry. I guess I'll unfold it now. Should be even easier, right? But once again, I haven't done this all that much, so I'm still learning here. Gotta hit that lever on the left side, then bring it up, clamp this down after pulling this, and it should be ready to go. Hannah is jumping right into it, rolling into the big tabletop. She doesn't need to jump that though. We will see if she makes the hill climb that I couldn't make without a push. Come on, not quite, but some good balance there. Now we'll see how she handles the rest of the trail. Nice and slow and smooth through this section at least, but gets a little more tricky after this. We've made a little easier line over the log, but she handles it pretty well. Get off those brakes and on that throttle. There we go, a little hesitation, but she's getting it figured out. She hasn't spent much time on this scoot, It's a little different from the other ones we've had. It's also probably a little challenging in this terrain, but should be able to manage to make it to the end of the trail. She seems to be struggling a little bit using the brakes too much, which cuts the power, and it doesn't have a lot of power to recover that speed, so then she ends up stopping or having to push, but she'll get it figured out. So what did you think of the Mate in the woods?
Woods-wise, I would say this is a no-go for me just because the suspension is lacking, and with it being on cruise control, I feel like you don't need cruise control in the woods, otherwise you're gonna run into a tree. And then the brakes, anytime I hit the brakes, all it would do is stall on me. Didn't really personally like that, but on the road, it was fun.
We are used to a lot more expensive of a scooter as well, so you get what you pay for. This one is cheaper, so some things will be lacking compared to those, so you have to put that into consideration when you are thinking about purchasing one. You can get around in the woods, but it's not going to be as good or as quick as a more expensive and more capable off-road scooter, but it still does pretty well on the road. It doesn't look that great on camera, but seems to be enough to get by on the road. Would you say so?
Oh yeah.
While this scooter is definitely more comfortable and easier to ride on smooth surfaces, it can handle some off-road. If you want to find out more or pick one up for yourself, you can check out the link in the description below. Thanks for watching.